Hey guys, welcome to WriterCartel.com. My name is Aaron Wang, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk through the platform with you and give you a little bit of background on why we started the company and how it's different from maybe other services you've used before. So if you click on the Get Content That Converts button, you will go to our login screen. Depending on if you have an account or not, you might have to sign up for one. But it's a very easy sign-up process. It takes like 10 seconds. But here, you click on Sign In, you'll see your dashboard. Dashboard will show you any existing orders, when they're due, the writers assigned to each order that you have, as well as the various statuses of each order. You can click into an order, look at the details you put in for that order. You can look at the activity that's been going on with it. And also you can also comment back and forth with your writer about that order. So if you want to add in additional requirements, if you want to upload a sample file that you want them to model after, or if you're just like, hey, I saw your draft, looks good, but could you add this thing? Could you remove that? You can do so directly from here and have a direct line of communication with your writer. So on the menu on the left here, you won't see all this because I have the admin privileges, but basically you'll be able to look at past orders and see kind of what you placed before in the past. So then you can quickly place another one, a similar one, and also, of course, place a new order. So the ordering process is about 4 steps or so. The thing is, we do want to kind of get more detail in the beginning rather than having to go back and forth on revisions and edits afterwards, because that's frustrating. Nobody wins in that situation. We're frustrated because we got to do extra work. You're frustrated because you got to wait longer for your content. And so we'd rather get everything kind of upfront on the table immediately and not have to worry about any revisions ideally. So the very first thing you would pick is your content type. Again, pretty thorough here. As you can probably tell, we do every kind of content under the sun. So articles, blog posts, product reviews, website copy, press releases, email lead nurture sequences, email swipes, landing pages, sales letters, even Amazon FBA product descriptions, video scripts, advertising copy, ebooks, lead magnets, white papers, social posts, as well as even video training, which is pretty cool because we actually have had clients take our PowerPoint slides and literally just voice over them and be able to turn them into module-based video courses and video lessons. So that's kind of a very quick and easy way to create basically an entire course from our PowerPoint presentations. So if you go through here, you can pick, let's say for the sake of example, we'll do a blog post. You can pick out how many you want, the word count, have a very brief description here of what you're looking for. Pick out a specific writer if you want. Again, you don't have to, especially if it's your first time going through, but the chances are what we hope to do is get you going with a good rapport with a specific writer you like, and that way you guys can kind of go back and forth. They can get to know your brand, your business, your audience, that kind of stuff. SEO options, of course, you can optimize blog posts for keywords, put your keyword density here, and here down below, you can also upload any kind of documentation you want to the writer as well. So I'm just going to put something in real quick, go to the next page. Here is what we call the recipe page, which is basically why are you writing your content? What is the goal of that content? And it's very important for us to know because depending on your goal, we're going to write it a certain way. And we're also going to write certain things and or avoid certain things. And so here you can say, what's my objective? I want this content to really just provide value and inform my audience, or do I want it to actually motivate them to purchase, take action of some kind, whether it's buying something or just opting in or signing up for this or that. Writing style, again, pretty self-explanatory. You can go for something that's more casual, conversational, fun to read, or something that's more kind of instructional and how-to. Point of view, pretty self-explanatory. Things to mention, things to avoid, again, pretty self-explanatory. So the next page, the connect, really this is to define who we're writing this content for. So depending on who we're writing it for, their knowledge level, what they're looking for when they read their content, it really not only dictates what we write, but also, of course, how we write it as well. And so your target audience, are they prospective customers, or are they just people who are looking for knowledge and you're offering some, kind of interesting information for them? Are they newbies? Are they people who are more well-versed into the topic, into the industry? And if so, we got to write according to where they're currently at versus kind of, boring them with newbie knowledge and or going way too far above their head with more expert knowledge if they're just coming into the topic or industry. Audience demographics, pretty self-explanatory. And here you can add additional comments about your audience's pain points, maybe their desires or goals or dreams, stuff that really helps us write content that caters to them and more importantly engages them right away, so they feel like we know where they're at, which will paint your brand, your business, and your entire persona in a better light, so that they see you as a trusted advisor and want to do business with your company. Finally, the last page, formatting options, often overlooked when it comes to content these days, but basically it's very important. Nobody wants to read 1,000 words line by line. They want to have subheaders that break up the content so they can quickly scan and maybe focus in on a certain paragraph or two. There's bullet points they want to be basically, again, have key takeaways, have things that people can quickly scan and read without having to read the whole thing. And you can also add in other stuff, more SEO related stuff for hyperlinks and images and media. Here you can do have us directly format it and optimize it for SEO, as well as publish it to your blog. You can also add in additional media, etc. So that's pretty much the ordering process. Again, it's more detailed, but we'd rather have it more detailed up front than, again, going back and forth on edits after we deliver the first draft, because that's frustrating and nobody wins in that situation. And very quickly, I want to end the video, if you're still watching, with just a very quick background on why we started this service and how it's different from other services. Thing is, I've been doing this writing content for entrepreneurs and e-commerce businesses and digital marketing agencies and firms for the last 7 years. And over that last 7 years, we worked with thousands of businesses across hundreds of industries. And one thing that we realized is, just because a writer, and let's say her name is, his name is Mike. Let's say that they're very good at writing a blog post for this particular client. But for some reason, when we give him a website copy, or even sometimes another blog post in a different industry, he really struggles to get that same level of engagement and results for the client. So, it sounds very straightforward when you think about it, but a lot of people overlook this fact. They think that content is just content. A good writer is a good writer. So you'll be able to, as long as you have a good writer, they'll be able to knock out any kind of content you want, whether it's, website copy or just articles, or it's product reviews, or it's emails, all the same thing. But it's actually very, very different. Not only the actual format and how you deliver that content, but also their skill sets, their background, their industry expertise. And so what we did is create this company that actually allowed us to take individual writers and really drill down into their strengths and weaknesses. So we say, hey, Mike's very good at blog posts across these kind of industries. Amy's very good at website copy across that kind of industry. We really kind of dive deep into a skills assessment and figured out exactly what they're good at, and some things that they might not be so good at right now, but we'll train them on and hopefully improve their skill set so they can eventually start taking on those kind of projects. And so, going kind of full circle here, why we decided to go ahead and put such a more thorough ordering process is so we can take your requirements, literally read them word for word and say, okay, for this project, this person would be the best fit because A, B, and C. And that way, when we pair you up the first time, it's an actual intentional manual assignment. It's not an automated algorithm. Maybe one day we'll get there. But for now, for the sake of quality, we like to actually review your order details, pair them up with who we think the best writer is for your project, and then have you guys start off the relationship on the right foot. Now, the idea is, assuming you like that person and you want them to write more of your content, they're going to, of course, understand your brand, your business, your audience, your offer, your voice, everything about you when it comes to the content that you want to put out there in the world. So that's going to help you become a better content marketer, and it's going to help you drive more business and actually get leads and sales and actually fans and customers from your content versus just generic, boring content that, you're right, anybody probably could write because it's just generic content that nobody finds value from. We actually want to find writers for you that really get what you're going for, understand the goal of your content, understand the voice, the audience that we're writing for, and really get you the specific content just the way you like it. So again, thank you again so much for your time, and I hope to service you and your business in the future with Writer Cartel. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out directly to me. My email is Aaron, Aaron, @writercartel.com. Thanks.